Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. If you got a chance to come down to the AutoCAD demonstration that AutoCAD Aziz, or George Aziz, had done. George, thank you for that. You did a wonderful job. I just wanted to follow it up here with a quick video on how George did all those things. So we're going to go over it real quick. So first off, we got AutoCAD open. I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm just going to draw a block that is a representation of a block. It's nothing more, it could be anything. We're just going to demonstrate this in the most general sense. So I have my line work here. I'm going to copy it down. I'm going to show you two different ways of doing this. There we go. We got two of them. So the first one, we're going to type in block. We're going to name it test 1. Select the point of the block. Select the objects. We're going to hit OK. So now we have a block. We'll also list that. You should be able to see that here. Block name test 1. Perfect. So we're going to need to add attributes to this in order to have attributes to extract for attribute extraction. So if I double click on it or go B edit, whatever floats your boat, put a test 1, that's the name of this block. We're going to add attributes. A couple ways you can do that. Type in ATTDEF, as you can see on the screen. That's attribute definition. Hit enter, and I get attribute definition center, or the dialog box. You can also come up here, attribute definition, either way, same tool. You want to make sure that you check the invisible box. Now, I'm going to call this data 1, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it a few times. You can come in and play with the other settings for size and everything. This is probably going to come up big. I drew that block, the original block, kind of small, but that's okay. Again, this could be description, name, room number, room name, whatever you wanted it to be. So I'm going to place this. I'm going to copy it down. And we're going to give these some different names. And again, these could just be the fields that you see fit. As we discussed just a second ago, like description, room name, room number. Be patient with me here for just a second. I apologize. Here, we'll just delete this one. That'll show it right there. So we have the 3 there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. I'm going to close the block editor. Now I'm going to come back in here, double click on it. We should see it, right? No, you're not. It's going to try to go back to the block editor. Now, this is going to be a real common problem. How do you avoid this? Well, close this back out. One of the things you have to do when you add the attributes after you've defined the block already is you have to do an attribute sync to the drawing. So this drawing needs to be attribute synced. So we say ATTSYNC. Right? You guys see that on the screen? Hit enter. And we say select. I grab this block. I say yes. Now, if I double click on this, you'll see Batman, or Bat Attribute Manager, open up, and you'll see there's all the data entries that we added. Now the other way you can do it is you can do, remember this is just line work, this isn't a block yet. Straight out of the gate you could say ATTDEF, attribute define, and we could say Z, again invisible. I want to place it. Now this is if you're doing it all, if you're creating a block fresh. Now we showed if the block already existed, you have to go through the attribute or the block editor and add them. This is if you do it fresh, you can just add them straight away. Then when you come in, you type in block, and we'll say test 2. Test 2. Pick our point. Select our objects. Now right here, it's very important that you select these in the order that you want them done in, or to be read in, and then you can select your line work. You hit OK, and again, because it's invisible, you'll see there's all of our pieces and they're gone. But when I double click, again, there's my stuff. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I don't care for that right now. Now to do the attribute extraction. So DATA, and you can see it'll pop up automatically. Data extraction. Give you guys a second to read that. Might be a little small, but it's there. Data extraction. You must save the file. My bad. Save file. Save. Desktop. Save. Again, we're just showing this general purposes. So data extraction. Create new data extraction. That's what we're going to want. There's many other options to explore. I just want to get to the basics today. I'm going to put this on my desktop. You should store this DXE file, the data file, right next to your sheet files. If somebody's really pushing on you, maybe in the base files directory, but I would seriously push to have it in the data in the sheet files directory, and let everybody know so they don't delete this file thinking it's some mischievous file. Let's call this test 1 as well. I'll hit save. Might be advantageous to name it, you know, something that nobody will delete. It's important to know that you can do this after the fact. You can go back in and do multiple drawings. It doesn't just have to be one drawing. You can add multiple drawings. So it'll go out and source the blocks from other drawings and add them to this table and schedule, and it'll automatically update. So if you draw something in sheet A102 and you added a couple chairs and it's a chair schedule that's in A203, that schedule will still update. You can go through that process. Again, several other ways of doing things. We're just going to go with the basic for today. So it's going to generate this. I'm only after finding out the information on test 1. It might be a door, might be finishes, whatever. Again, several options to go through. I want you to pay attention to this. Right here is the filter. This will save you from unchecking all this stuff that you don't want to pull down. That's all the possibilities that you have to pull down. So we want to go, not drawing, we want to go to attributes. And you can see there's the 3 pieces that we added to our block. And voila, there's our table. Go ahead and hit next. And we want to push out, you can push out to a CSV, Excel file, text file, whatever you want, and use it for other reasons, but I would recommend you insert it right into an AutoCAD table. You can go through and set this up to look however you want, fonts, color, styles, weights, thicknesses, sizes, shapes, forms, whatever. Finish. Bam. And there's our simple table. So I'm going to copy this up, and right away we should click on this, click on the upper left hand corner. We're going to go down to data extraction, update data extraction, and you should see the count should be 2. Likewise, if we did this, this should update data extraction, update extraction 4. And likewise, if I came in here and decided to take this one offline and make this 1, and I said data extraction, you'll see it actually added a second row because I changed this block and it's different. It gives it a different column. So there's 1 that has data 1 entries different, and then 3 of them that have that. We'll do that one more time. In fact, this time I'll come in here, oops, copy, and then oops, sorry there, copy. Then we'll come in here, double click, or Batman, bat attribute, batch attribute. I'm messing my words all up today. The attribute manager, anyways. And then let's change column 3. And let's make this a different value. And again, come down here and say data attribute, data extraction, update, and again it added a 3rd line, and you'll see there's the different data. And there you go. That's the basics of it. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you in the future.